What you're going to do is you're going to put your needle in, like so, take a small bite, and come out. Like that. You're going to go through all the layers. Then what you're going to do to move forward is you're going to go just behind where the thread is coming out, let's say a millimeter or so, put your needle in, and then come out again, the same bite size as you did in the beginning, so let's say another eighth. What you then get is just a small dot right there. To continue, you're going to do exactly the same thing. You're going to go just behind the thread and go through all the layers and come back in front of your previous stitch, which is again an eighth. And if you repeat this process, what you'll end up having is a series of dots, one after the other, like so. And you use the stitch on a front edge, let's say, or any other edge that you want to sew down by hand by doing a top stitching. Now, if you do this stitch and you look at it from the back, you see these tiny stitches. What you can do sometimes is to try to make these as small as the top ones. So let's try that. So if you look from this side, now these are almost invisible. So you can do it in two ways. If the other side is not going to be visible, you can perfectly have these slightly longer. If it is going to be visible, it's nicer to have both sides as small as the other. Now obviously, depending on what fabric and how many layers you have, you're going to have to fine-tune that, but there are two ways to do that, and these are the two ways. So now you know how to do a side stitch. If you're doing the side stitch and you're going through like a very heavy material, don't try to sew sideways because your stitches are going to be too big. And the best thing to do in that case is just to go up, down, to get your stitch density higher and shorten the distance between your stitches. That way the stitches are going to hold down the edges a lot better.